Hello ladies and gentlemen, Force here and welcome to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, the beta style walkthrough with a male necromancer. Now, necromancers naturally sense the essence within each life form and their magic draws from their source. So, I'm gonna start this beta style walkthrough with the necromancer, and let's give this guy a name. I wanna call him Force Necro. And let's start.
Must also wither and die. What dies and rots will then nourish the living. This is the great cycle of being, and we, the priests of Rathma, use our dark art to protect it. Though most do not understand us, we go where we are needed. My master has learned that a star fell in the west, drawing the dead from their graves. He commands me to journey to Tristram and return them to their rest. For if the cycle is not upheld, it would mean the end of all things.
Well, that's an interesting concept about the life. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the Paragon.
I am near the fallen star, and the dead it raised.
Let's see the skills we have. Bone Spikes. Physical generates 24 essence. Summon bone spikes from the ground, dealing 150% weapon damage as physical per second. Okay. And that's that.
I have come to aid these lands. Where is the fallen star?
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
My master.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Okay, we got another skill, Bone Spear. Costs 20 essence. Summon a piercing projectile that causes 500% weapon damage as physical to all enemies it passes through. I can't read. What is wrong with me?
Burn those corpses before they rise again. Zakharum has fallen to disgrace. What fate?
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Are you Leah? Did you survive the fallen star?
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Yes. That is why I am here.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do. We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
I will bring peace to the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
I have experience in these matters.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
Whoa, that deals a lot of damage, which is nice. Finally a
That's one of the
character.
wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Finally a character that I can use properly in dealing more damage.
I, 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead. I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Rapma.
Dear reader, I am Abdalhazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them up with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Now, as you see, the game should work much smoother. I can pronounce the words properly, I'm sorry. Because I got the RAM, wait a second, 6 armor, magic pants, plus 3 life after each kill, 5 armor generates 2 life per second, okay? And we have a sword, which I'm gonna switch with that, because deals more damage, and we need that. So the new RAM arrived today, because I ordered it on the internet, and it's a lot, and I do mean a lot of memory RAM, so that's why the game should work much smoother. Now, if it has sometimes a bit of frame drop or a bit of lag, that's because of the internet, because sometimes the internet here does very weird stuff. For example, causing frame drops in that matter.
Will die.
Well, I'm sorry, but I appreciate your concern, but could you say that at least in a not that scary fashion? And we got some new gloves, 4 armor, I lose 0.5% toughness, I get 31.5% recovery, and the damage is the same, 2 life per hit. But I lose 1 point of armor, so I'm gonna stick with what I have. Oh, I forgot that I got a new skill and I didn't check, I'm gonna check right now. We have here Grim Sight, or how do you pronounce that word? Anyways, generates 12 essence per enemy hit, slash with a summoned sight in front of you, dealing 150% weapon damage as physical. Let's see how that works. I think that's much better than those spikes. Sorry, some stuck in my throat.
I returned to Honduras after 20 years. The burden of countless failures and tragedies heaped upon my shoulders. Am I being punished for helping that stranger hunt the Dark Wanderer? I always thought Deckard Cain half a madman. But perhaps he was right. Perhaps he can banish the shadow hanging over my life.
So apparently I don't know what are those on the ground, but I think there's gonna be some useful, I think, corpse explosion that's gonna use them. Corpse explosion, I'm sorry. Target an area exploding up to 5 corpses within 11 yards, dealing 350% weapon damage as physical to enemies within 20 yards. Let's see how that works. Oh, Okay, now I got it. So that's then endless explosion stuff. Okay, so that's very useful if you can destroy a few enemies from distance and then use corpse explosion on the other guys that are still in that area.
Ogden and his wife have offered to let me and grandmother continue to stay with them. I think we will, now that the troubles are over. I am still tormented by horrific nightmares. I keep hoping they will fade, but they seem to be getting stronger.
Well, that's that. If I remember correctly, I think the necromancer has a skill that he's sacrificing from his life to do some more damage. I don't remember for sure. That's that. Magic Plant 6 armor generates 4 life per second, the same damage, the same toughness, and I get the 141% weapon, 0.9% weapon percent recovery. What am I speaking? I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, Tristram. Diablo once walked these lands. Not enough essence.
I usually record those videos late, and maybe that's why I'm tired, I don't know. Let's see if we got any better weapons. Oh, 5.4, that's much better. Okay, let's continue. So I decided to make a little bit of a switch between those beta styles. So I was searching for a Torchlight 2 demo and I got it. I couldn't download it. I could download it, but it wouldn't be working. It kept
my essence is too low.
Kept the entire game. So I'm gonna do a demo style walkthrough on those games, because the beta style, it's like the demo, but it's the demo for Diablo 3. So for the games that I want to record, the games that have a demo version, I'm gonna do that on a demo style, not a beta style. I'm hoping that you understand what I was talking about, because that didn't make any sense to me.
There's chaos everywhere, and word in town is that Llagdanin killed the king. If only this is true. Perhaps our days and nights of living in terror are behind us now.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Interesting. If he lives, his knowledge could prove useful. I will help you find your uncle, Leah.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there. Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
Did you know your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons. Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
Dark magic lingers here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Oh no 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 no. No you don't. Oh, I have blown him to smithereens.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
Leave that to me. You'd best stay and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
I need essence.
So that skeleton is very useful, but it would have been much more useful if wouldn't lasted only for 2 attacks. But anyways,
My essence is too low.
I know that. So I'm gonna switch back the skeletal mage to bone spear for now.
This soul is not yet at rest. Cathedral.
So we're gonna go in there, but let me check over here. Nothing there then.
The star fell below. This creature will die.
As I've said, could you say that a little bit more scarier?
Decay and rot.
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
So I got bracers, magic bracers, 9 armor plus 11 strength. And another shield, 55 armor, the same damage. I get 14.5% toughness and 4.7% recovery. I think I'm gonna switch because it doesn't change the damage.
Not enough essence.
Some foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it.
Help me! It's inside me! Inside! Ah!
My name is Latdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King 𝐷𝐸𝐻's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart. I have long waited for this knowledge.
Got some new bracers, 8 armor, plus 4 intelligence, regenerates 5 life per second. I get 3.2% damage and 80.2% recovery, but I lose 1.7% toughness. I'm gonna switch either way because I get more damage. So we reached where we need to be, but ooh, 7.5. So I get more damage. But I'm gonna go back and check everything out over there.
Consumes you!
Well, I'm very into this character now. Kinda like it. So I should give it a thought to play it on my own to see how this character goes and what he does. Let's see what's over here, because I think those things are gonna be connected.
Interesting mushroom.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Okay, so that's that with this. So let's continue then.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this pledge hold. The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Cain! Help! Help!
Well, this takes a lot of time.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
I believe we can aid each other. Your niece told me you were here.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
I'm gonna do that, but let me first check what's over here. And after that, I'm gonna go.
I have found Lear's uncle, 𝐂𝐁𝐎. He was pursued by a creature called the Skeleton King, who blocks the path to the fallen star.
So first let me sell the items that I don't need.
I've dug up some... Got a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
Let me put a mushroom over here somewhere in this Lord knows where. And let's continue.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Friend? I am not often called that. But I wish to know more about the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
I will find a way to lay him to rest.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Heydrigg. He knows of its wherabouts.
Got some magic gloves, 16 armor, regenerates, regenerates 6 life per second, plus 1 thorns damage. The damage is the same, I get 2.6% toughness and 39.9% recovery, which I'm gonna switch. Okay, let's sell that, and I think I'm gonna end this video over here.
Spoke of the dead rising and the Lord of Lies, the prophecy of the end days.
So as I've said, I'm gonna end this video over here. So if you like it, don't forget to give it a like, to subscribe and leave a comment. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages to find all the links in the description. Don't forget to check my music channel and my SoundCloud page. Find also the links in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.